Sanders, some House Republicans are pushing to impeach the DHS secretary. Let's bring in Wisconsin Congressman Tom Tiffany. He's on the committee and was questioning the secretary today. You said for you, Congressman, that the highlight was Alejandro Mayorkas finally acknowledging the DHS does not have operational control of the border.
He's been asked that question repeatedly when he comes before our committee, and today he finally relented and qualified it, but he relented and said they do not have operational control. And we've known that, and we've had testimony by the former head of the Border Patrol. If you remember a few months ago, he came before committee under oath, and he said, we do not have operational control. Mayorkas finally admitted it today.
I mean, when in terms of not having operational control, it seems to me as though the men and women of the Border Patrol and Customs and Border Protection, terribly overworked, are just basically trying to plug holes at this point, and they feel like they're just not getting support from the leadership.
Yeah, they know they are rudderless at this point. And I just think back to Sheriff Mark Daniels, Cochise County, southern Arizona, right on the border.
We've talked to him many times.
And he has said that things have just gone south here since January 20th of 2021. And that is what's driving the fentanyl that's coming into our country also. And we really focused on that today, in addition to the operational control. I mean, you think about it. Probably the largest human trafficking operation in the history of the world is going on right now, and our government is complicit in that. You've got 140 people on the terror watch list, and he could not answer that question today. Where are they? Who are they? I mean, we got no answers. That's what's so frustrating.
Right. So Congressman Ken Buck of Colorado questioned Mayorkas about the fentanyl crisis earlier today. Let's put that piece of sound up on the air for you to listen to.
Secretary Mayorkas, it is your responsibility to secure our border against fentanyl trafficking. The fentanyl killing thousands of Americans every year is a direct result of your dereliction. When people die of fentanyl poisoning, it is your fault.
This is a scourge that all of us have to work together to combat. And we in the Department of Homeland Security, with our federal partners, are taking it to the traffickers to an unprecedented degree through innovative operations targeting criminals.
What do you say to that answer? Is this administration doing enough to combat fentanyl?
No, not at all. But what they're trying to do is sleight of hand at this point. They're saying, we're introducing bills, we're trying to find ways to fight fentanyl. There's one way to fight fentanyl at this point. That's to secure the border. We passed the bill that will accomplish that just a couple months ago, H.R. 2, that will secure the border. That's the way to do it. And that's what Sheriff Daniels said in his testimony a couple months ago. If you secure the border, as a result of the border policies changing, January 20th of 2021, that's where all the fentanyl, that's where most of the fentanyl is coming from. It is squarely on his watch. As I said in my testimony, fentanyl is becoming synonymous with the name Mayorkas. And these fentanyl families, as Ken Buck said there very well, these are poisonings at this point.
Supporters of Biden border policy say, oh, look at all the fentanyl that we're getting at border crossings, ports of entry. It shows that what we're doing is working. But then we talked to Art Del Cueto and Brandon Judd, people like that from the Border Patrol Unit, and they say, we're just getting a tiny fraction of what's actually coming into the country.
Yeah, so think about all that fentanyl that's at those ports of entry. And that tells you how much is being pushed in the country. Go outside the ports of entry, and it is just unbelievable. All you got to do is talk to your local sheriff anywhere in the country. Every state's a border state, right? You can talk to any sheriff, including where I live in northern Wisconsin. They will tell you about fentanyl and the harm that it's doing.
Yeah, the scourge of synthetic opioids in this country is just incredible.
It's terrible.
You know, we've had a war on drugs since the 1970s, but a lot of people are saying we need to really up it. Congressman, good to have you in. Thanks for hanging with us today. Appreciate it.
Happy to join you, John.
All right, thanks.